Hi there. Today I'm going to play 5 different clarinet ligatures and see if you can guess which one is which. One of them isn't even a real ligature, it's a pair of rubber bands. Okay, and today I'm going to be playing a brand new Van Doren MO ligature. I literally just got it and it's got a pewter finish. I've got my trusty Van Doren Optimum ligature, which I've been playing for over 25 years. This is from the 90s. I've got a 90s Rovner ligature, which I haven't played since college. I've got a very generic metal ligature that has no name on it and is of unknown origin. And then we've got our pair of rubber bands. I'm going to be playing today in a jazz style and seeing how each ligature performs in that style. I'm going to block out the ligature with some sort of square so you won't be able to see it. And afterwards I'll tell you which one is which and share my thoughts on each one. I'm going to be playing a Buffet R13 clarinet, a Hadash barrel, Van Doren V12 reeds, strength 3. And here we go. Let's give it a try. here are my thoughts on the 5 ligatures. So first, I was honestly shocked on how good the rubber band sounded. I think even the cat was surprised by the rubber bands. I think I've tried this before, like when I was a kid. I don't really remember what it sounded like. But listening back to the audio, I was kind of shocked at the clarity of the sound, and maybe the reed was vibrating more freely. I almost felt bad that the Optimum ligature wasn't dramatically better than the other ligatures, because this is the one I usually play. I was almost a little disappointed by that. Obviously, if you try to use rubber bands as your main ligature, that would be really inconvenient, as it takes a while to put on, and it doesn't feel like the reed is firmly on the mouthpiece necessarily. But it'd be interesting if you could somehow tap into the way the rubber bands are holding the mouthpiece. You could create some sort of rubber band mouthpiece. I don't know. The Rovner surprised me. I hadn't played it in a long time, and I thought it had a bit of a more woody and darker sound. So I actually would try this maybe at my next jazz gig. I would definitely give it a shot. The nondescript generic ligature was totally fine. It didn't seem that different from the other ligatures. I don't really like having 2 screws, and these screws are a little old and they seemed a little sketchy to put on, and it didn't seem like the ligature was holding the mouthpiece or the reed that well. And I think my favorite ligature was the MO ligature, which is brand new. I literally got it 10 minutes before I made that recording, and it seemed like a little bit woodier than some of the other ligatures, except for maybe the Rovner. It seemed to vibrate the reed very easily, and just felt good to play. Now, people like new things and they like novelty, so maybe because it was brand new, that somehow shaped my mental opinion of the ligature. But I like this one a lot. I'm going to give this one to my daughter to upgrade from the generic ligature, which I think is just harder to put on. And maybe I like the MO ligature better because it was brand new. But one time I did buy a brand new Optimum ligature, and I actually liked my old ligature better, even though I probably stepped on this 5 times. So there's something about that too. So overall, I'm not convinced that a $50 or $100 ligature is that much better than rubber bands. But at the same time, some of those small differences might really matter to you, depending on your playing style. Let me know in the comments which ones you prefer and which one surprised you the most. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.